Welcome back. Goa could lose one of its iconic landmarks, one of its original beach club restaurants. Club Tito's is shutting down, or at least the owners are selling off. The club, located on Baga Beach in North Goa, is perhaps where tourists were first attracted to Goa in the 1970s. The club owners claim that they are selling off because of alleged harassment by authorities, according to a Facebook post by one of the owners of the club. It still remains unclear who's buying the club or what happens to the future of Tito's and indeed the beach clubs of Goa. I'm joined, in fact, now, breaking his silence on this issue for the first time, Ricardo DSouza, former owner of Tito's. Appreciate your joining us, Ricardo. It was your Facebook post that yesterday set abuzz, all kinds of speculation, because you said in that post that you were selling out. You've sold your entire business in Goa, and you've done it because you said that officials like the police, PDA, the CRZ, the NGOs, panchayats, the deputy collectors were all harassing you. You do not want to do business in Goa. What exactly is the reason you're selling out? Is it harassment or is there something else?
Rajdeep, nice to be on your channel. It definitely is harassment. Keep in mind, Rajdeep, I was the one who sued the Queen of England to bring back the Kohinoor diamond about 6 years ago. That made world headlines. I'm a nationalist. So I feel the only way to make a change is not to have any business in Goa and fight then. Then there's no chance that the officials can target me for anything. They can't harass me, they can't shut my business down, but I'm not going to go quietly because I really believe in Goa, I believe in India, and I really want to change everything.
No, but if you believe in Goa, why would you sell off one of Goa's iconic brands? And if I may ask, the big question people are asking, who are you selling it? All kinds of speculation that casinos will come out where that you have sold it to a casino owner. Do you want to clarify?
The owner doesn't want to be identified at the moment. I'm not going to say anything. However, you asked, like, if I love Goa so much, why am I selling? It's because I love Goa so much that I'm selling. Because my next venture is going to be to target corruption. And when you target corruption, you get targeted yourself. You know? And what can they target me with? Either shut down my businesses, harass my staff. So if I've got none of these, I have a free hand now to fight corruption.
No, are you telling me today, is Goa's sort of, as I said, you are an iconic restaurant, an iconic club, which, you know, thousands of people over generations came to. Are you telling me that you can't do business in Goa without bribing, without corruption? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, absolutely. And the fact that I don't have a business in the future is what makes me so open about this.
No,
now, I want to clean it up for the other businessmen as well.
No, but all these years, were you paying bribes? You were under a controversy, or you were under the scanner that you were violating coastal regulation zones a few years ago. Are you telling me that all these years you ran your business having to pay bribes and you've said enough is enough, or you never paid bribes and you're now saying enough is enough?
See, bribe is one part of the problem. Nepotism is another part of the problem. Sometimes you use favors of ministers who then take their share of flesh. So you might not think it's a bribe, and I might not think it's a bribe, but indirectly, it is a bribe.
No, give me an example. What were the ministers doing in Goa? What were they making you do?
I'll give you an example. More than the ministers, it was policemen. Like in the year 2000, when we had a beach event, and the police came and shut down the whole road, you know. And they said there's a terrorist attack about to happen, which is all rubbish because the rest of the businesses on that road paid them, and the road was open. So much for terrorism. So
they threatened you that they will close the road to your restaurant unless you paid them, right?
Sorry, Rajdeep, I didn't get that.
No, you said the police came to your restaurant and said that they were going to close the road outside your restaurant because of a fear of a terrorist attack.
They closed it. And then the chief minister himself, Mr. Manohar Parrikar, at that time, came out at midnight and opened the road. So
I want
Rajdeep, it's like the straw that broke the camel's back. We've dealt with this.
You're saying that the corruption has reached a stage where you cannot pay hafta anymore. Am I correct?
The corruption has reached the stage where the camel's back has been broken.
I want to ask you though this, the fact is that we are also in COVID times, the restaurant business and indeed tourism has been badly affected. Is that the reason why you're quitting now? Because you feel that it's no longer profitable?
Yes. See, I've just been asked this by a Goan channel. It hasn't gone on air yet, so you are definitely the first. But Goa has such a big tourism bonanza coming. Now, remember, Indian tourists will not be allowed anywhere in the world. Where else? Goa. That's where they're all going to come. There's a mega future waiting Goa tourism.
So I'm going to ask you one last time. You say you have closed Goa's most iconic restaurant because you are sick and tired of the corruption that exists, especially at the local level. Goa has a tourism future, but you want to opt out and your new business will be the fight against corruption. I hope you're not. Are you joining politics, my friend?
Yeah.
Ricardo, joining politics?
No, not really. I mean, when you join politics, then you have to abide by the rules of those politicians. And as you and I know, they're totally corrupt. They make bad rules to make good people turn into criminals. So what I'm going to do is supervise so that there's no bad rules coming up. We'll discuss it. We'll go to the villages. As I said, why did I sue the Queen of England? There was nothing in it for me to gain. It's the same reason I'm doing this social service. There's nothing for me to gain. It's just personal.
Okay. Well, I believe you've sold it for a hefty amount. We'll know the owner sooner rather than later. But Ricardo, more power to you if you can get rid of local corruption in Goa. You and I are on the same side on that. I appreciate your joining us and telling us the reasons for the first time why you've just decided to sell the iconic Tito's brand. Thanks very much, Ricardo, for joining us. Stay well, my friend. Stay well. Susegad. Okay, let's